Hey guys, Bullhorn Betty here in Mascow, Idaho. We are learning, we broke live out in front of 1122 King Road, the identity of the person, the assailant responsible for this heinous crime. We're learning more about Bryan Kohberger, and the stuff we're finding out is alarming. We're finding out Emily is his sister. I don't know if it's the same Emily that's dating Hunter, but she came under our came to our attention just in this last week as a possibility, and then we're finding out it potentially could be her brother. So this kind of comes back to the whole Xana changing locks, not liking Emily, having some concerns about Emily and Hunter constantly over at their house partying. We still don't know if it's the same Emily, so we want to be very careful what we say and how we say it. But from what we're hearing right now is that Emily is his sister. Emily is the one that JLR brought up as a possibility of who did this. We found it awfully funny that the two remaining roommates that survived were sorority sisters, and some of the other girls were no longer associated with a sorority. And, again, Ethan wasn't supposed to be there, and neither was Kaylee. So is this a situation where Xana and Maddie had a problem with Emily coming over to their house all the time partying, and she expressed her concerns to her brother that was a criminologist? And did he go and fight for her honor in some twisted affair type of thing, like where he went over there? And I even brought that up. Could it be a brother of one of the fraternity people that did this instead of it actually being the fraternity member? But I never once said, could it be a brother of this sorority member? I mean, this is insane. This is absolutely insane. We are trying very hard to get as much information on this guy as possible. We're hitting walls. I don't know if it's because the people aren't spelling his name correctly or what it is, but we have to get his name spelt correctly. But I have read 3 different articles from 3 mainstream media posts, and they spelt his name different on all 3 of those. So it's making it very difficult for me to locate him. However, we're in the process of trying to locate what college he went to, where he stayed. So if you have any information, please leave that information down in the comments section of this video. We are on the hunt. We still have the memorial to do, so we've got to get out of here and start heading to Coeur d'Alene. But justice for the victims is coming. Thank God. Kudos to FBI, kudos to the state police, kudos to Mascow Police Department. I know the Gonzalez family is elated. They're happy about this information, as happy as they can be under these circumstances. They are so gracious. Somebody is behind bars today. We're very happy that we had an opportunity and very honored to speak with the father just to get his sentiments on this. And he has always been such a wonderful inspiration to me, and I pray there are more fathers like him out there that step up to the plate and fight for their children like he has. God bless him. God, Maddie and Kaylee were so blessed to have that wonderful network. And it's hard right now for me. I have been choking back tears most of the day over this case. As many of you guys know, this is very personal for me and Olivia, more personal for Olivia than me, but I've been a little crybaby. And Olivia has been the consoler, which usually is the opposite. She truly is the trooper on this trip, I tell you what. So God bless the folks that are now, tasked with bringing this to court, bringing this to trial, and bringing a conviction. That's what we need, a conviction for Bryan. I hope he has to pay for his life, with his life. Many of you guys know I'm an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth type of person. I don't know what the laws are out here in Idaho, but if they do not have capital crime laws, they do not have the death penalty, this would be one of the cases that I think they need to bring that back if they don't have it. But I believe Idaho is a capital crime state. I believe that Idaho will bring this to trial, and I believe that this will result in a conviction because of the great work that all law enforcement entities did on this case. And I could not be prouder. Olivia could not be prouder. And we are so thankful that we were able to send the news over to Steve early this morning as we watched trucks pull in to start the professional cleaning of 1122 King Road, Mascow, Idaho. This morning, I think they arrived a little after 8:30 in the morning, and they were there for maybe about an hour or less, and then we saw them going off. So I believe they set up some equipment inside the house to start neutralizing some of the chemicals that were used inside the house so they can safely go in there and start cleaning the house. Anything you'd like to add, Olivia?
I would like to add that I'm happy that this has happened. Again, it's very sad that we even have to be in this position. And, you know, I had a lot of doubts about the whole FBI and Moscow police, but I'm glad that, you know, the fact that they tracked him down in Pennsylvania, that means that someone was on top of their job. So
but now, think about it. Now we go back and analyze some of the press conferences they had. Remember how Chief Fry kept saying, we have FBI that can go anywhere in this country?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he suggested
and
that.
So I pointed that out to our audience on a live about how I thought that statement was odd, that they must really believe that this man left the area, which now that we know who it is, we realize he did leave the area. So this was a situation, where, you know, I think at the beginning, I had a lot of the information accurate, that they were talking at the beginning as if they knew who this person already was. And now that we've went through this entire process and looked at every possible angle that this could be, we're here. I think this is probably one of the best days ever in Moscow since this crime has ever happened, is this day right here. This is what we've all been here waiting for. We wanted to know who did such a horrific crime like this. And then come to find out it's this criminology guy. He seems so smart.
Yeah,
that's smart.
What's so shocking about this.
So smart. This is a highly educated person. You know, very, very educated. What made him snap like this? And then it brings me back to the fact that I kept saying, I believe that this guy has gone there and sat in a car and watched and waited and had made visits there on multiple occasions to commit this act, and just pussied out. And for whatever reason, this particular night, he went through with it. Do I know if that is accurate or true? We have no information that is a truthful statement. That is my speculation. That's my opinion and my theory. I'm interested in finding out whether that holds water or not. Any final?
Yeah, just my, sorry, my head is like literally spinning.
Justice for the victims.
Justice for the victims.
God bless everyone.
God bless you guys.